We never go out for happy hours.
You never asked me. Nobody here goes out for happy hours.
All right.
Have you ever, once, like, I work with other people, right? Or I know other people who work in other places.
Yes.
And they're always like, oh, we went out for happy hour, we did this. And I'm like, you know where I work? Everybody looks down. Everybody's either looking down, staring at their phones, or they have no idea who the other person is.
That's true.
Nobody ever does anything social. It's miserable.
We need to plan this.
I know people that are like, oh, we went out, we did this, and everybody got together, and we watched football, and we hung out, and we went, hey, we're going to go do this after work. We went bowling. I never been bowling with anybody here.
That's how office hookups happen, too. None of that's going on here. We don't even get a Christmas party.
Our Christmas party was laughable. There is no hooking up here. None. And
you people who want to get into radio, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
You think it's like a rock star lifestyle?
I could certainly use some hooking up right now.
Absolutely.
And, the inter-office camaraderie it just doesn't exist. None. You would think, hey, it's radio, it's supposed to be fun, everybody's going to drink afterwards.
It's like high school.
It's
all clicky.
I did an experiment once. I walked through here asking, want to go get a beer? Want to go get a beer? Who are you? Want to go get a beer? Want to go get a beer? No. I mean, please, if you work somewhere more fun than this and you have an open position where you like do stuff and everybody's friends and you hang out and there's an occasional hookup, I will come work there.
Email
or,
us.
If you're one of our current coworkers and there's maybe this like secret happy hour society that we're not a part of, we'd like to join you. We'll pay the initiation fee. We'll learn the stupid secret handshake you have. We'd love to be there.
I'm just so depressed now.
Think we'll get in trouble
for reality?
For that?
Absolutely not.
All right.
I had a chance to talk with Andy Dalton this weekend. On Tuesday, he did this thing with us out at Firehouse Grill.
Yeah.
That guy, because we did the same thing with him last year, so much more poised now in front of people now.
Yeah.
Just an all-around great guy, but we already know all this.
You know, it's funny you say that because we talked to him before the season. Went to Paul Brown Stadium and did our little radio show there. And, we had Andy on, and we talked to him at the same point a year ago in Georgetown, and different. And I think that translates to the team, and I think what you've seen from the offense and from him specifically could be a byproduct of that.
I think so too. You can tell the team's a lot more confident together as a unit.
Yeah.
And we actually asked him the question about the refs this week.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think this is going to get resolved? And he said, yeah, I think it's going to happen very soon. So obviously now it's a go.
Yeah.
Are they going to be on the field tonight and by this weekend?
They have to be. You can't have lame duck replacement officials working. I mean, you thought they got abuse in the first 3 weeks? Imagine the abuse these guys will be taking with the players and coaches knowing that this is the last time they'll see the replacement.
Oh, God,
refs.
yeah.
They'll be just destroying these guys.
Served up.
So you got to get them in place. I think here's what I'm dreading already, because I've been a vocal critic of not just the replacement officials who are doing the best they can, but of the league sanctioning it. Right. I was a vocal opponent of that. But what I'm dreading is, look, the real refs are going to make mistakes. They're going to make them this weekend. I look forward to getting in return. See, the real ones make mistakes too. See, you're going to be as harsh on them. You're going to be as mean to them. I get that they make mistakes. I understand it. I can deal with highly qualified people making human errors. I can't deal with unqualified people or underqualified people simply not knowing rules and being confused and having no order and having no control. I can't deal with confusion reigning.
Well, it was when they were listing the resume of these guys.
Yeah.
The majority of these people were like junior colleges, high school referees dealing with NFL players. One of the most ridiculous things ever. But we're all looking forward to Ed Hercules coming back.
Absolutely, with the guns. So you got the Bengals and you got the Jaguars, and so it's Maurice Jones-Drew. You got to tackle. Marvin Lewis said this the other day. I thought this was insightful. He was asked, how do you stop Maurice Jones-Drew? And he said, tackling.
Easier said than done.
Tackling, yeah.
They couldn't tackle Richardson.
Yeah, they couldn't tackle Trent Richardson, and they had a hard time with the triple option that Washington offered up. But I looked at that game. I thought the defense took a step forward without Leon Hall. The secondary didn't give up a big play longer than 29 yards. Nate Clemens moving to safety seemed to acquit himself pretty well, and the linebacker play was a little better. Ray Maluga's still dreadful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ray and Burfict still have a ways to go, but up front, the strength of the defense last year, Dunlap, Adkins, Michael Johnson, dominant.
Johnson, huge game.
All three in the game together. It's really hard to block all three, and I think that could create some problems for Jacksonville this week.
If we play like we do against Cleveland, like you said,
you're going to we.
Absolutely, we're going to get in.
You're going to we. All right.
We are progressively getting better, but I don't think fast enough. I think Maurice Jones-Drew could have a bust-out game.
Yes.
I think we can still beat him.
Yeah.
The guy can have 115 yards and 1 touchdown, and I'm okay with that because what the Bengals seem to be doing now is giving up a lot of points, but scoring more points.
Yeah, which a lot of us thought they couldn't do. Now, Jacksonville defensively ranked 27th in the league. The Bengals offensively are clicking right now. If anything, I was a little bit disappointed in what they got out of the running game last week, and I think that needs to expand. But for me, offensively this week, if the Bengals don't beat themselves, which is possible when you still have so many young and unproven guys, I think they win. I think they're going to win this game rather handily, too.
Yeah, what worries me is that we're going into a stretch of teams that are really soft in defense.
Yeah.
And we're going to run right into a buzzsaw. Because right after, who is it? Is it right after Cleveland we go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Pittsburgh comes here. I actually, here's what I say they wins this week. Get a win at Jacksonville.
Yep.
They'll beat the Dolphins here.
Yep.
The quintessential trap game is that matchup in Cleveland the week before Pittsburgh. The Browns could be 0-whatever. By the way, we're taping this on Thursday.
Yeah.
They play tonight. The Browns could be 0-6 or whatever. The Bengals could have maybe a little bit of a false sense of security. It's going to be in Cleveland. The Bengals, you catch them looking ahead. But I do think this week, I think they're going to be okay. I think you're going to see sort of a repeat of the offensive output from what we saw last week and the week before that. Look, Maurice Jones-Drew can shorten possessions for the Bengals. They can, run out some clock and do some things. He's certainly one of the best running backs in the league, and just I'm going to go ahead and say a bitch to tackle. Which is a problem.
Tree trunk thighs, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I just don't think Blaine Gabbert has around him what he needs to be able to win this game. I say the Bengals win. I'm going to go something like 30. I'm going to go 31. I'll go 31-17.
I'll go 27-17, and I want to get you out on this question.
Yeah.
Do you think this year, is it a matter of how good the Bengals do, or a matter of how bad Pittsburgh and Baltimore do?
A little of both. Baltimore's been, for the most part, impressive.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting. Again, we're taping this on Thursday. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they played last night. 4 games in 17 days. They go to Cleveland. Really emotional game against New England. Baltimore's MO has been for years for them to, throughout the course of a season, lose a game or two that you go, huh? How did they lose that? And for a while, I think that's what kept them sort of from closing the gap between themselves and Pittsburgh. The Steelers defensively look old. They benefit from a bye week. But yeah, I think it's a little of both. I mean, look, the Bengals are going to have to rise to the challenge of later in the season some really good quarterbacks.
Yeah. We got to face 2 Mannings in a row.
Carson
Palmer doesn't count.
Carson Palmer was really good last week.
Oh, come on.
He was really good last week.
He will.
Aside from the game, the pick at the beginning of the game, he was pretty good.
When he walks into this stadium and the boos rain down upon him, that guy will want to turn around and walk back out.
I hope so. So, but yeah, I think, it's about the Bengals sort of taking things to the next level. Offensively, that's happened. Defensively, they've regressed. But I thought they took a little step forward in the first half against Washington. I say all of those things carry over to the game at Jacksonville. 31-17, meat.
Did you change it? I thought you said 34.
I won 31.
Oh, okay.
Go back and rewind it. Man. Let's go get a happy hour beer.
Ooh, where at?
Somewhere where there will be no coworkers, because our coworkers don't get happy hour
Think
beers.
People will talk?
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, see you.
Okay, bye. Good.